Alright, welcome back. So, got back from shooting. I made another video about the shooting I did this weekend, so if you want to watch that, you can see it's a little different than tractor stuff. This has been soaking since last Thursday, so I'm about ready to wash it out. I ran my finger around it, pulled out the fuel gauge and ran my finger around in there, and there's still a little bit of scale in there, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get that out. It's been in there almost 6 days, so I want to get it out, get it cleaned out. I think it'll be good enough. So give me a few minutes and we'll start working on that. All right, so we'll take out the fuel gauge, or not fuel gauge, but you know what I'm saying. The indicator here. There is still some scale and stuff on the bottom. I'm going to try to clean that up, but on the rod that goes down, that was pretty scaled up, and that's pretty much all gone. So we'll rinse that off here in a little bit. And you can see what's down in there. It's kind of a crappy, mucky. I'll set you guys up over here. I'm going to rotate it around a little so I can get that pole. It's a little heavy, 22 gallons of water, vinegar. It's going to be pretty smelly out here, you can imagine. Might keep some things going. So it's about 5/6% vinegar, white vinegar in the tank. Like I said, about 6 days. You can see in the stuff that's coming out, there's, I don't know if you can see that, but definitely some rusty dirt stuff. Rusty dirt stuff, yeah, that's a technical word. Yeah, it smells like we can make some french fries right now with the vinegar. Ooh, there's some nasty stuff coming out right now. Alright, I'm going to get the hose and I'm going to spray it around inside a little bit and just keep rinsing it, and then I will eventually fill it with probably put some diesel in there and slosh it around and try to coat all the sides. Okay, and we'll get a flashlight too, so we can look down there and see how much it cleaned it up. Give me a minute here. All right, I'm going to try to show you down in there, but definitely cleaner than what it was. You know, the best way to do this. I don't know if you can see down there. Definitely cleaned it up some. Not the best way to do it, but you definitely need to rinse it out more. There's a lot of scale and stuff in there. So, but as you can see, what leaked out on the top definitely ate paint, so FYI. Alright, I'm gonna do some rinsing here, and I'm gonna get this thing set out in the sun also, which will help it dry out. Alright, yeah, it's sitting out here in the sun now. I rinsed it out like 8 times. Put, I don't know, a couple gallons of water, sloshed it all around. So it should be a lot cleaner in there now than it was when I started. Luckily we've got good hot sun. It'll help bake any water out of there that's left in there. And like I said, I'll slosh diesel or something around in there to coat all the sides to hopefully prevent any flash rust. While I was gone shooting, I got a package from EP Plastics up in Kent, Ohio. I ordered some parts from them for the diesel. Let me set you guys down so I can use 2 hands on this package. And I've got more coming from Welters, and I still have all my paint stuff. I know my workbench is a mess. That's going to change, but I do have some painting I need to do. So in here, they do really good reproduction like the original handles for the fenders. I really like these. There's some other ones I've tried and they're not so much like the originals. And then I got the bushings for the gas tank. And they got the metal insert in there. And so got both of those. Actually, I can walk over the tractor with one of the bushings. Yeah, that one's pretty much gone. I gotta clean that up a little bit, but yeah, these will slip right in there and isolate my gas tank, old, new. So that'll be good to get that going. I'm thinking my pan's got a leak because I know I'm not leaking oil from any place else. Have to look into that. And like I said, from Welters, and Phil called the other day. I think he's getting new nozzles for the injectors. We're also getting axle seals, brake bowl gear seals, the crush washers that go in with the injectors, washers. They don't have the upper radiator hose. Nobody has that. But they do have the lower. They're sending that. And some miscellaneous other stuff. So I'm getting there. And one of the things I need to do this week is I need to probably put these lines in the parts cleaner and clean all those up for the injectors. And one of these days, Phil's going to have time to get to the injection pump. And when that happens, then we will get that put back in there, get everything timed up, and hopefully be able to start this thing. I don't know if I talked about this in the last video, so I'm going to use a electric pump to get it up to there. So well, the outlet on the tank is down here. It's got to come up and go up to here. And if your fuel's below that, I don't know how. So anyway, I think it's just going to be better, but I was looking at ways. I think on the bottom of this side shield support, I can drill a hole there and put this in here, and then run my line right up, and that'll give me pressure going up all the time, and should be better. And I need to get with Oliver Phil on making me a new line here, since this one is way too long, and I need to make that bracket. A couple of you guys commented in one of my videos, and I appreciate the comments, by the way. Anytime you can leave one, that's much appreciated. But they said in the toolbox that this was to hold those lines. And I got in the parts book the other day, and you guys are right. This holds lines, but this holds the injection. Let me think. Yes, this holds the lines that go to the injectors from the pump. So as those lines are on there, this goes in here someplace. I got to look back at the part to clamp all those lines together to hold those a little bit, from moving around. So, but good catch on that, because I didn't know what that was, and got in the parts book the other day. You guys mentioned that. I'm like, well, I don't think it's big enough for these lines. Bring it back over here, but it is definitely big enough for these lines. So, in the parts book showed me what was what. So that was a good thing. So other than that, I really want to take one of the A4Ts or both the A4Ts down the road for a drive, because I haven't done like a real good shakedown since we have the new tires on them. But since I've been gone, I've been trying to get things done around here, and Mrs. Ohio MM was out visiting my niece in Wisconsin. She just got home, so I need to check with her and make sure we're all caught up on things. But maybe we'll go for a little tractor drive here in a little bit. All right, before I go for a drive, smart thing to do, right to the full mark. That's good. Dribble on the frame. Just look it over. Then I brought out the handy dandy 4-footer so we could come up here. Got to get this cover. I have one, but it's at the machine shop, seeing if he can make me some others. That's full. That's good. Make me a couple extra off the blank that I had. The blank that I had was, you know, a good reproduction one. So while I had it, he's got it now. So we'll hope that get that back here relatively soon. Probably, hopefully, before I do the paint the fenders, because it will be the same color. Oh, this is a pain. I might need to set the camera down. I don't want to drop this nose piece, so then I'd probably cry, since it's the original one. Just know what you can't see is me carefully putting this on the ground right now. And we'll go up here. Full. Excellent. Feel good about that. I'll leave that ladder there. I'll come over here and check the oil. That one's in there, which is a good thing. And that is maybe just over the full mark, but I'm not really concerned about that. It's not much over the full mark. All right, I'm gonna put the bubble nose back on. I'm gonna need both hands to do that, but I'll bring you back when we're heading down the road. Well, I thought I stopped recording there, but instead you got to see the back of the seat. That's a two-hand job to get that one open, so sorry about that. Test the brakes. Got a pretty good pedal going. Put it into high. Shut this off when we first get out on the road. I want to get it rolling and make sure that everything's good, and I want to have both hands free. I don't really have a good place to set you up in here. So I'll bring you back. Yep, everything's okay. Just wanted to make sure. Definitely rides a little bit better with those tires on the back than the ones that I had on here. But I'm just above idle. The bad thing is there's tar on the road. I don't know if you can see the tires glistening. Tar sticks to everything. I'm going to pick up a lot of rocks when I go back in the driveway. faster racetrack than there already is. You know what I didn't check? I should have probably checked fuel. Although I think I had about 20 gallons in there. I told Mrs. Ohio MM to keep her phone handy, just in case. She's like, yeah, I'll bring a strap in my Jeep. I'm like, you might want to bring a chain. Slow traffic down. You got to get kind of over on the berm. Alright, coming up to the stop sign, I'm going to have to use both hands and see how this goes. Well, I just stopped here and got out and checked everything. Everything looks alright, not leaking anything, but the brake on this side, that housing is hot. It's not burning hot, but it's hot. The one on that side is cool. So obviously I got to adjust this one a little bit. And of course I didn't throw a wrench in. So I'm going to turn around and go back home because I don't want to get, I think it'll be alright to go home. But the tires were smoothing out a little bit. So I'm going to turn this thing around and head back home. Running pretty good, so pretty happy about that. The bucking is tamed down just a little. I wish Nick Ohio MM were here because he'd like this, although the bucking he might not like so much, but he definitely wouldn't mind running this thing down the road. Looking good. We've had some good rains here. We have not had the flooding rain that a lot of other people have had. So, doing pretty good. My sweet corn looks good. When I was up at Lake Erie Wednesday into Thursday, they got 4 inches of rain in a very short period of time. So everything was very wet up there. Driving back and forth today, so it's about 2 hours north of here, and the crops had different looks all the way up. I saw some corn that wasn't even tasseled yet, so that's we're into August here. It's probably not real good. They might have got it in real late, who knows. Back home. I ran it pretty good coming up the road. Smooth out actually, so faster it went. That's cool. To the touch. Not cool, but it's not hot. No leaks. No leaks. I can't leave my hand on there, so should have taken a wrench with me and loosened that up. That was my mistake. Kind of smelled a little bit too. Not good. Alright, well, I'm going to let let this idle for a couple minutes. I'm going to go in and get a wrench and loosen that up just a little, and then I'm going to take the other one. All right. Again, I need nickel Ohio MM here for this. Crank it and get some oil pressure. Give it some fuel. And we're running. I gotta open up these windows. And we'll let this idle a couple minutes while I'm opening the windows. Alright. Leaving the 71 behind and taking the 70. So on the 71, the front tires were on it. This is all 4 tires that were not on this tractor before. All of them are Firestones, Field and Roads, the newer version. So I've not had this one on the road yet. I just haven't had time to take it out and run it around since we did this tire change. Alright, and this was the one that had the slip and clutch, and I've not really tested that out a whole lot, so I'm going to have to use both hands, so stand by. Well, I let the clutch out, and it was definitely slipping to start, but it engaged pretty quick, so I'm not mad about that. It's bucking around too. Let me see, the front tires were on the 1355, and the back tires are the ones I bought out of Kentucky. So I don't know how long they sat or anything about flat spots on them. But I'm just gonna take it easy here. I guess this one I do have warning lights on. I gotta get into the wiring on the other one and get that taken care of. Running good oil pressure. I know this one's got a lot of fuel in it. Throttle it up a little. debating when I paint those fenders if I should paint the hoods on this. It bugs me because this one doesn't have any white on it, and it just, I don't know, I don't like the way it looks. But anyway, alright, I'm going to need both hands. We're coming up to the stop sign. So that was better. I'd say clutch slipped a little bit less there. Anyway, yeah, this hood, just the dull red on the side, it should have white. And depending on the paint, I gotta find the right paint that I want to use. It wouldn't be too hard to sandblast those hoods. And I mean, the rest of the tractor would look weird that it's got fresh painted hoods on it. But I don't know. Something I'm thinking about. That would like take into account if I actually had time to do the sandblasting and the painting. I'm gonna try to find some time, but that's the only variable. It's been a very busy summer, and it's gonna be a busy next month. Auction next weekend and our local show over at Tyler Newell's place, and then weekend after is the Moline MMCI show up in Michigan, and then the weekend after that's Ram Tool, and I'll be making videos at all of those. So the other one too is there's some slop in that seat, so that seat kind of bucks around a little bit more. It's very annoying. Alright, coming up to the turn, I'm going to need both hands. Yeah, I came around that corner, there's a car there, it's all the muscle I could do to, when you got to throttle this thing down, it doesn't like to turn as good. And then I throttled it up and I must hit a rough spot in the road and it started popping. I slowed it down. Running right down the road though. Hope you guys are enjoying these rides. I know this is, I've been wanting to do this though, just get these things out with these new tires on them and run them. The tires that were on this one, if you remember, they were retreads and they were starting to come apart. So I didn't really trust them. Alright, well, I'm going to just finish out this drive. I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Well, both parked, back home, everything's good. That brake's still a little warm. I'll have to play with that some more and get that to where it should be. But all in all, successful little road trial there. Definitely the new tires were a good addition to both of those. So that's going to be about it for this video, since I did the shooting video this weekend, and this is going to be a short one with just the cleaning the tank and this. But obviously with parts coming, we're going to be working on that diesel, and then we got shows and a lot of other stuff coming. So hope you stick around to watch that stuff. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video.